Hello children, welcome to your online physics class, and in this lecture I am going to discuss about grouping of resistors, grouping of resistances. You can also call it combination of resistances. I discussed combination of capacitance, combination of capacitors in electrostatics. This is also somehow like that, but only the nature of formula will be changed. Okay. Another thing is that you also learnt about grouping of resistors, resistances in class 10 also. Now you can think, why do I call resistors, resistances? Both of them can be there. Either resistance word will be used there or resistors word will be used there. But both the words are different. Actually resistors are the components. Okay, resistors are the components, that is conductor, which offers resistances. Resistances are the characteristics of different conductors and resistors are the conductors themselves. Okay, so this is the difference between the two. You can have resistor or you can have resistance in question. Okay, if resistance will be written there, there will be the unit. If resistor word will be written there, then there will not be unit, there will be written that resistance of the resistor. And if there is resistance word only, then there will not be like resistance of resistor. Okay, so why do we have grouping or combination of resistors? Suppose you have resistors of resistances 2 ohm each. Okay, you have 100 resistors offering resistance 2 ohm each, and you require 3 ohm resistor. You require 5 ohm resistor, but you don't have 5 ohm resistor or 3 ohm resistor. What will you do? You will make the combination. You will group the resistors available to you. Suppose you have 2 ohm resistors, and you have to form a 1 ohm resistor. How can you form? By combining the available resistances, you can prepare resistors of required resistance. Okay, so I think you understand the reason of grouping or combination of resistors. So let us start with different combination. As in case of capacitors, resistors are also combined, are grouped in 3 different ways. One is series combination, another one is parallel combination, and third one is mixed combination. So let us start with series combination. First, series combination. Series combination. Suppose this is a resistance R1. This is another resistance R2. You can call it resistors of resistance R1, resistors of resistance R2, or simply resistance R1 and resistance R2. You see, one end of this resistor is connected to one end of this resistor. Means one end of both the resistors are at same potential. Okay, means potential at this point is fixed, and that is for R1 this point and R2 this end. Other ends are connected to different potentials. Suppose this is connected to a cell of potential difference V, connected to a cell of potential difference V. This point is taken as A, this point is taken as B, and this point is taken as C. Suppose whenever you will switch on the circuit, current will start flowing. Suppose the electric current through the circuit is I. Now you can see current is flowing from A to B through this resistor and from B to C through this resistor. You learnt that current is flow of positive charge, or it is in the direction opposite to the flow of electrons. Electrons are negatively charged. You know negatively charged particles move, flow from lower potential to higher potential. You see, C is connected to negative end of the cell and A is connected to the positive end of the cell. What does it mean? It means C is at lower potential and A is at higher potential. So free electrons will move from C to A. What does it mean? It means current will flow from A to C. Means potential at A is higher than potential at C, and it is also higher than potential at B, and potential at B is higher than potential at C. Is it clear? Suppose potential at A is VA. Potential at A is VA and potential at B is VB. Potential at B is VB. So VA minus VB is the potential difference between points A and B. You can represent it by V1, potential difference between point A and B. It is V1. Potential difference between point B and C, it is V2. You take it V2. Got it? So if you will add these two, what will you get? VA minus VC. This is equal to V1 plus V2. V1 plus V2. Now VA minus VC means potential difference between A and C, and you observe that potential difference between A and C is V, because A and C are connected across a potential difference V. So VA minus VC can be written as V. So this V is equal to V1 plus V2. What does it mean? It means the net potential difference applied across the group of resistors is distributed into resistors connected in series. Got it? You can also understand it in another way, that sum of potential differences across resistors connected in series is equal to total potential difference across the combination. So why? We have written here V is equal to V1 plus V2. Now suppose you are using a single resistance R and you have connected that resistance with the same cell V. Its potential difference is V and I current is drawn. What does it mean? I current is drawn by this single resistor from the same cell, and I current is drawn due to these two resistors connected in series from the same cell. What can you conclude from here? Yes, you can conclude that whatever work, whatever function is performed by the group of these two resistors connected in series, the same function, the same work is done by this single resistor. So this single resistor is called equivalent resistor of these two resistors, and its resistance is called equivalent resistance. Got it? So equivalent resistance of R1 and R2 is R. Now I will find the value of R in terms of R1 and R2. Okay? From here, V, I and R. If you will apply Ohm's law, you will get V is equal to IR. You see here, you have V is equal to V1 plus V2. You put V is equal to IR. This is equal to V1, current I, resistance R1. So what will be V1? IR1. So you put IR1 plus V2, IR2. You put IR2. Now you can observe that these I can be cancelled out, and you can have R is equal to R1 plus R2. R is equal to R1 plus R2. If you put S here, it will be easy to remember that we are finding series combination. Okay, so from this discussion, what can be concluded? One thing is concluded, that same current flows through each and every resistors connected in series. Second point, second conclusion, sum of potential differences across individual resistors connected in series is equal to total resistance of the combination. No. And third is that if R1 and R2 are connected in series, then how can you find the relationship between V1 and V2? So you have note. You know V is equal to IR and I is same across all the resistors. So V is directly proportional to R, and it will give you V1 by V2 is equal to R1 by R2. V1 by V2 is equal to R1 by R2. What does it mean? It means the potential difference across the resistance with higher resistance is more than the potential difference across the resistance with lower resistance. Okay, you can conclude this here. So you learnt these three basic points from series combination of resistors. Now I will proceed to discuss about parallel combination of resistors. Parallel combination of resistance. Suppose there are two resistors of resistances R1 and R2 connected in parallel to each other. How can you understand that they are in parallel? I discussed all these whenever I was discussing capacitor. You see, one end of both the resistors are connected to a point, means are at the same potential. Other ends of both the resistors are connected to another point, means are at another same potential. Okay, now these two are connected to a cell of potential difference V, positive, negative. Whenever we switch on the circuit, a current I starts flowing through the circuit, and this I is distributed into two parts here. One is I1 and other is I2, and they again combine here to become I. This point is A, this point is B. You see, potential difference across R1, potential difference across R2. So potential difference across R1 can be measured in terms of potential at A and potential at B. Suppose potential at A is VA, this is VA, and potential at B is VB. And you know, current is flowing from A to B, means potential at A is greater than potential at B. So VA minus VB is equal to, suppose it is V1, potential difference across R1. VA minus VB is also V2, potential difference across R2, because R2 is also connected between A and V. So this is V2 also. And this is also equal to V, means potential difference across A and B, because A and B are connected to V. What does it mean? Same potential difference can be observed across each and every resistors connected in parallel. Got it? Same potential difference can be observed. Now see, if you use a single resistor of resistance R to the cell of potential difference V and current I is drawn from this, then this R will be the equivalent resistance as I discussed in case of series combination. And from here you can see that I is distributed into two parts, I1 and I2. So I is equal to I1 plus I2. From this you can have I is equal to V by R. This I is equal to V by R. I1 is V1 by R1 and V1 is V, so you can write it V by R1, plus I2 is V2 by R2 and V2 is V, so this is V by R2. You see, V can be cancelled out and ultimately you will have 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Got it? See, these are in parallel combination, so you can put P here and it will become RP, means resistance in parallel combination. Okay? Now what can you conclude from these discussions? First point, you can conclude that same potential difference is observed across each and every individual resistors connected in parallel. Second point, sum of electric currents through the resistors connected in parallel is equal to net current through the combination. And third point, you see, we have V is equal to IR, and from here you can write I is equal to V by R. Here V is same for all the resistors. What does it mean? It means I is inversely proportional to R. Means the current through the resistor with higher resistance will be less and the current through the resistor with lower resistance will be more. On this basis you can write I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. Got it? So these three conclusion you can draw from parallel combination. The third combination is mixed combination, and as I discussed in capacitor also, that mixed combination can be observed in the network, but we will not discuss formula for mixed combination. Expression for mixed combination will be different in different cases, so whenever you will have the problem, you will solve that problem to find the equivalent resistance in mixed combination. Got it? Okay children, so I think you learnt about grouping of resistors, grouping of resistances, and you understand the 3 points which was observed in case of series combination and the 3 another point which you have observed in case of the parallel combination. Thank you.